Hello friends, today we will talk about Ashwini Kumaras, one of the famous gods as in the Rig Veda. Ashwini Kumaras are specified as twin horsemen. So two persons, twins, in the form of horses, and they appear always together, and quite a lot of significance is given to them in Rig Veda. Before we try to find out who is Ashwini Kumaras, these twins, let's go through what their attributes are, or what their characteristics are. In short, if you read some scriptures or if you read an overview of the Vedas, it is said that these two persons are born of Saranya, the goddess of clouds. So the goddess of clouds gave birth to these twins. Okay, and they serve as messengers, or they act as a connectivity between the evening and the morning. They come in their chariots, they give good health, healthy body. They are the physicians of the gods. That means the doctors of gods. So these Ashwins play a prominent role because they are the doctors of gods. So who are Ashwin Kumaras or Ashwini Kumaras? It's okay, in simple terms, comparing the Siddhanta, which is the science about the body, and the Vedanta, Upanishads, and the Vedas. Vedas are very, very abstract. I don't think anyone has ever managed to really find out the gods which are mentioned in the Rig Veda. It's impossible because it is all cryptic. One would go crazy if one tries to find the real meaning. Anyway, I am now attempting to link the Siddhanta, the Vedanta, and the Vedas. So, from a pure Siddhantic perspective, Ashwini Kumaras are none but the respiration of a human being, which is the process of inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling cannot go on without exhalation. Likewise, exhalation cannot work without inhalation. That's it. And how does this fit with the Vedas? First thing, let's analyze. The Ashwini Kumaras are born of the cloud goddess Sharanya. Cloud goddess again symbolizes air. Yeah? So this inhalation and exhalation is a process which is going on within the body even without our control. That's why they are mentioned as, they act as the bridge between the evening and the morning. when you go to sleep, we forget about breathing, but it goes on. This is why they are mentioned as the bridge. And now, it is said that they give good health. Yeah, they good health, and this is the reason why in the yogic tradition pranayama is prescribed. Breathing, proper breathing. Why is proper breathing important? Proper breathing is important because if you look at the lifespan of animals, for example, a giant whale or elephant or a tortoise, the respiratory rate, which is the number of times they breathe in a minute, is very, very low, and they live for a long time. But animals like dogs and monkeys, the respiratory rate is quite high, and their average lifespan is very short. So what does that mean? We human beings breathe about 12 to 20, we take 12 to 20 breaths every minute. When this changes, when the number of breath which is taken on an average, if it changes, usually it changes to the positive side, in the sense it increases when you get angry or when you are agitated in your mind, then the number of times will increase to more than 30. Just try to observe next time. When you are angry, you breathe fast. This has a direct impact on your body. This is why, one of the reasons why they say control your anger, for example, just to maintain the normal cycle of your body. So, the inhalation is the first Ashwini Kumara. The exhalation is the second Ashwini Kumara. In Mahabharata, even these Ashwini Kumaras are said to give youthfulness to a sage, Chavana. If you read the Mahabharata, you will find out that this Chavana had a young wife, but this rishi or sage was very old. So these Ashwini Kumaras came to them and they granted him a new body. New body in the sense, a youthful body, very young. So that means, that symbolizes the breath. Proper practice of breath control can keep your youth. You might have seen in some websites or some videos where even old-aged rishis or someone who is practicing pranayama will be able to maintain a perfect body. This is what is symbolized in Mahabharata. Now, is there any other point which we can take from this Ashwini Kumara? Yes. In the Mahabharata, the Ashwini Kumaras are specified as Nakula and Sahadeva, because they are born of Ashwini Kumaras, Nakula and Sahadeva. So Nakula and Sahadeva do not play a major role in terms of the war. If you observe closely, they are good fighters. They are very good fighters. People have misinterpreted the whole story as they tame the horses very well. No, that is wrong. Because Ashwini Kumaras as such is symbolized, if you look at the picture of the Ashwini Kumaras, they are symbolized as a human body having two heads of horses. That means the way their nature as such is within a human body, but they can run fast like horses. The breath goes fast, and in some cases the breath goes like an ox, very slowly. If you get older, yes, it becomes slow. So in the case of Nahula and Sahadeva, but next time when you read Mahabharata, try to put this in place and try to read that. It should fit. It should fit in all places. So, Nahula, who is Nahula? The Pandavas considered Nahula as a great person and gave more importance to him than anybody else. Why? Because to maintain the human body, the breath, the inhalation is very much essential. This is why they give importance to Nahula. Then later on, if you try to read the Mahabharata, and then you will find out that Nahula was given, he was asked to fight some wars against some people, and he won some regions. I mean, it should all, I did not translate, but if you try to translate the regions which was captured by Nakula, it should all be located in the upper portion of the body. In the sense, the inhalation works directly here. So try to translate the regions captured or conquered by Nakula and try to convert that from Sanskrit to English. You should see some names directly. I haven't done it, but try to do that exercise. And Sahadevan, what did he do? This is the exhalation. Exhalation in the sense it is not only the process of sending the carbon dioxide out of the body, but it also, in the yogic terms, it is apana. So prana, which is going in, literally in the medical science, we would call it as inhalation. That is part of respiration, which is taking the air inside, which is essentially getting the oxygen in, and the air which comes out contains more carbon dioxide. Yeah? So this trigger to send the carbon dioxide outside the body is performed by Sahadeva. That's it. So that is called apana. Apana in general, in the yogic terms, is the process of eliminating the waste from the body. It could be anything. It could be the air, carbon dioxide, the waste liquid from the body, even the sweat, the excretory process. It could be all. It includes everything. Yeah? This is called as Sahadeva. In Mahabharata, again, if you read, Sahadeva captured many kingdoms, I think, in the lower portion, lower part. In fact, he conquered more places than Nakula. That is because the excretory system works at the lower part of the body, mostly, in addition to the lungs also. So these two, Nakula and Sahadeva, or the Ashwini Kumaras, work in tandem. They always work together. without ceasing. This is why they are given importance. You can try to find any other references as well. It is not only my story. Please do not believe me. Try to put this case of inhalation and exhalation in any place of wherever there is a name mentioned for Ashwini Kumaras. It should fit. It should fit. Because the whole concept is written about the human body, nothing else. So this would leave a very good question. I mean, if Nahula and Sahadeva, which are two of the Pandavas, are inhalation and exhalation, who is Arjuna, who is Bhima, who is Yudhishthira? I will try to cover that in a different video. But to add one more tip about this concept, there is one case where Yudhishthira, Draupadi, Nakula and Sahadeva. They were captured by a asura called Jadasura. And at a later stage, Bhima would go and recover them. It's a very interesting concept in the sense, if you are a person who practice meditation, there are many types of samadhi. The first one is Jada Samadhi. Jada Samadhi means you just close your eyes, you stop thinking, no thoughts arise, and you sit there. When you finish your meditation, you just wake up as if you have slept. You do not know anything. Just everything stops. Everything ceases. Maybe no breath even. But nothing happens. That is called as Jada Samadhi, the lowest form of Samadhi. And why I am saying this is, in Mahabharata, if you read, this Jada Asura refers to the Jada Samadhi. That means, in the Jada Samadhi, the breath stops. Even though it is a Samadhi, it is of no use. The breath stops. Draupadi is also gone. Ashwini Kumaras is gone. And Yudhishthira also gone. And then Bhima comes to rescue them. So this is what is referred to as Jada Asura in Mahabharata. So try to put this and compare it with what you read in other texts, and that should give you clarity. And by practicing pranayamas, this is the reason, to maintain a good body. To maintain a good body and a youthful body. It is possible. The Ashwini Kumaras are said to be the doctors and physicians. Yeah, they heal the wounds. They cure sickness. It is said in the Vedas, the Ashwini Kumaras heals the sickness. This is why they say practice pranayama, which is maintain a regular breath. That's all. Maintain a regular and slow breath. May God bless you all.